Y'all, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute. I've had to deal with some stuff behind the scenes that really weren't too fun. Adult stuff, adulting is real. Adulting is real. So let's get into Love is Blind season 5. And just right off the bat, this will be a spoiler to anyone who has not been caught up with the most recent episode of Love is Blind. So let's get into this. First off, I want to discuss Aaliyah and Uche. Now, Aaliyah and Uche were in the pods together. And you would think, just from their initial conversation, that they were a good pair. Aaliyah is an ICU nurse, Uche is a lawyer, so they're two very successful people in their own right and in their careers. They seem pretty level-headed. Uche is 33 years old, and I believe Aaliyah is 28, or at least their ages. These are their ages when they were on the show. Now, I don't know. The show was filmed in 2022, so they're probably, a year older now. So Aaliyah, 29, Uche, 34. Not bad of an age difference. Now, they seemed to kick it off in the pods, but things started to get dicey when they got more in depth about, their past relationships. I know with Love is Blind, they want to put everything on the table when you're in the pods. You want to get to know someone because you only have a couple of weeks to get to know this person. And then ultimately you decide if you want to marry them or marry each other. So right out the bat, just my first impression of Aaliyah. She's pretty. She's level-headed. She's soft-spoken. I know on the show and in the pods, she was talking about, her sexual appetites and everything. And that's perfectly fine for a woman to voice their sexual appetites. That's great. Men do it. Why can't women, right? And then there was a conversation about cheating. Apparently, Aaliyah cheated on her past partner. I guess they were cheating on each other. She admitted this to Uche, and Uche shamed her for it. And so Uche made it a unsafe place for her to voice her past mistakes. And she kept telling him, like, hey, this was my past. This was something that I regret doing. This was something that I'm learning from. Please don't shame me for this. Men cheat, women cheat. But for some reason, there seems to be a double standard when women cheat. Like, when men cheat, people are like, oh, yeah, men cheat all the time. But when women cheat, it's like, oh my gosh, a woman cheated on a man? Ban her to hell. And it's just not right that there's a double standard. Anyway, she told Uche about, her cheating in her past relationship, and he shamed her. He was like, well, why didn't you tell him? You should feel bad and all this other stuff. Like, he totally shamed her. And she was crying. She was crying when she left the pods after he shamed her, because in that moment, it went from, okay, this is a safe space for me to voice my past and voice my mistakes. And then to have someone say, oh, yeah, you can go voice anything and I won't judge you. And then for them to immediately judge you, that's what Uche did, unfortunately. And just to say, just disclaimer here on this video, this is opinion. This is my opinion on the show. Don't take any of this as, by the book. This is my opinion. This is how I interpreted the show. And this is how I interpreted the conversation. So please don't take anything like by the book, like word from word, this person said this or that person said that. This is what I interpreted from the show, which I did binge the show in like 2 days. Anyway, so she ended up crying and she confided in Lydia. This is Lydia here with the long hair right here and the cup in her hand, the gold cup. So um, she confided in her, and it's a whole different story on what happened after she confided in Lydia about Uche. So I'm gonna get into it real quick, but I'm gonna go back to Lydia and Uche and the conversation about that. But Aaliyah, she confided in Lydia saying that Uche shamed her for cheating, and Lydia actually uplifted Aaliyah at the time. She was open arms to her at the time, and she said, forget Uche. He can't judge you for your past mistakes, yada, yada, yada. So basically, Lydia was acting as like a, open eared girlfriend. Like, hey, I'm here to be an open ear for you against this man who is shaming you for your past. Come to find out, which I'm gonna get into it. Lydia, she knows Uche. Um, they apparently Lydia found out that Uche was on the show, so she applied for the show, but she didn't tell the other castmates or even Aaliyah that she knows Uche from a past life. So that was a big bombshell, like, oh, they know each other. And the only thing that Lydia said to try to cover her tracks was, and this is Lydia, by the way. Let me just, no, these aren't the Lydias. The only thing that Lydia said this is her right here, Lydia, to try to cover her tracks was like, oh yeah, it's a small, I think she said something on the lines of, it's a small world. I might know somebody in this pod. I might know somebody. It's a small world or some stuff like that. So it was a big bombshell with everybody. And Aaliyah was sidetracked because I think what happened, Uche ended up outing. Um, I think Uche ended up saying that he knows Aaliyah or something like that. So that was another bombshell for Aaliyah, unfortunately, because Lydia did not tell Aaliyah that she knew Uche. So you're into like a triangle of BS. But back to Aaliyah and Uche. I can't spell his name for the life of me. So back to Aaliyah and Uche. And this video is about Aaliyah, about well, I guess Aaliyah, but Aaliyah and Uche and also Lydia. It gets confusing because it's like the Aaliyah, the Lydia, it gets confusing. But anyway, so this this kind of goes back to, okay, so Aaliyah found out about her about Lydia knowing Uche. Uche told her blah blah blah. They decided to move forward at that moment. Her and Uche and Aaliyah decided to move forward and say, okay, you knew her from a past life, but we'll get past this. Come engagement day, Uche was about to engage to Lydia. No, sorry. Uche was about to get engaged to Aaliyah, but Aaliyah was not in her pod because Aaliyah took the next flight home. So there was all this drama on the show where Uche was trying to call Aaliyah, asking her why did she run away. And here's the thing, this is why she ran away, Uche, because you weren't honest with her from the get-go. Lydia wasn't honest with her from the get-go, and she has been wrapped up in some major BS. Whatever Lydia has done in her past as far as cheating, it doesn't matter at this point because Uche gaslighted the heck out of Aaliyah, and this love triangle surpasses what Aaliyah has ever done in her life as far as mistakes with relationships. Like, so it brings me back to my point that Uche, doesn't really care about Aaliyah. He tried to, I think he was more concerned about about Aaliyah not moving on to the next level in their relationship just for the show. I honestly don't think he truly cares about her. But I think Uche wanted that moment to be engaged to Aaliyah on TV. I think he wanted that moment. Not saying that he got on the show for clout, but because when someone ends up proposing to you or getting engaged to you, you do have that refreshing moment like, this is so nice. And you have the big reveal and you get to see each other face to face. But Uche took that away from Aaliyah. And I don't blame Aaliyah for leaving. I don't blame her for taking the next flight because I'm sure that this is all confusing for her. It was all confusing for her. So I would have done the same thing. Anyway, back to my point. So long story short, couple weeks after or whatever, Uche decided to meet Aaliyah at some restaurant. Here's the restaurant here. Or no, here's the two people. Aaliyah, her hair looks amazing. Uche, yeah, Uche's Uche. And so they have their, meet up, and he was trying to explain himself. They were trying to clear the air. They were both trying to clear the air. And Uche, in the restaurant meeting with Aaliyah, he decided that he did not want to move forward. But here's the thing, bro. Aaliyah broke up with you. Aaliyah didn't break up, but Aaliyah got away from you. So why are you trying to flip it like you don't want anything to do with her? And this brings me to another point that, okay, so Aaliyah did an interview with Cameron Hamilton from season 1 of Love is Blind, because him and his wife have like a YouTube channel. And he wanted to just get some more information from Aaliyah and her side of the story. And Aaliyah said in the interview with Cameron Hamilton that multiple castmates were saying that Uche was not even attracted to Aaliyah. Let me say this for the people in the back. Uche is not attracted to Aaliyah. Is this a shocker? No. Here is a prime example of a Black woman trying to give a Black man a chance, and the Black man just totally disregarding the Black woman's beauty. This is a prime example of why Black women date outside their race, because we do not feel accepted by Black men. What is wrong with Aaliyah? Nothing's wrong with Aaliyah. I'm look up pictures. Here's a picture of her. What is wrong with this woman? She's attractive. She's beautiful. She's a bombshell. What are you talking about? Are you serious? You're not attracted to this woman? Are you serious? But then you're attracted to Lydia. You slept with Lydia 3 months before going on the show, which is another bombshell I have for you guys. Yes, Lydia slept with Uche 3 months before going on the show. Now, Uche likes that bright light. And I think that's a big problem with a lot of Black men. And I don't want to generalize Black men, but Black men, they really go for the lighter skinned women. And this has always been an issue. This has always been an issue. Colorism in the Black community is a big issue, and Black women are the collateral damage of that. Instead of Uche uplifting Aaliyah, he puts her through the ringer even before they're even in a relationship, even before he wanted to propose to her. So what does that tell you? If Aaliyah would have got engaged to Uche, he would have taken her through more BS than he already has. Here's a picture of her crying. She did not deserve this. She did not deserve this. And, and this is just a sad reality. Um, and this is why a lot of times, and there's another picture of Aaliyah. This is why a lot of times, you know, a lot of black women, they end up throwing in the towel with black men. They want to find a good black man who loves their beauty and wants to uplift them and not give them a hard life. But then on the other hand, you meet so many black men that for some reason, which is the skin color thing, they don't think us black queens, or they don't think black queens in general are attractive. And that's an issue. I think it's like, what do we have to do to gain your attention, black men? What do we have to do? She wore her hair out, natural beauty, natural beauty. And he didn't accept that. He wasn't receptive to that. I mean, Uche, did you not know that Aaliyah is black? Did you not know that she's black in the pods? Uche, did you know that you were talking to a black woman in the pods? Yes or no? Yes or no? Uche really tore down this black woman, and I feel bad, and it's so horrible to see this on reality TV. I feel like when black women go on these dating reality shows, it's always hard to watch because we're the ones who aren't picked. We're the at least the dark skinned ones. We're the ones who aren't picked. We're the ones who are mistreated. We're the ones who are skipped over, aka not picked. And it makes me sad that we're still in this state. It's 2023 and there's still not a resolution to even solve why black men view black women like this. I mean, you came from a black mother, Uche. Do you think your mother is unattractive? I'm sure he doesn't. So why do you think she's unattractive? Well, he basically said, I don't want to say unattractive, but he said that Aaliyah is not his type. And when a man says, "Oh, she's not my type," my mind goes straight to he's talking about her appearance. Like her appearance is not his type. And it's just crazy. It's just wild. It's wild. But yeah, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I think this is crazy. I think this is one of those things where, there needs to be like a reality TV show, dating show set up for black women and black men only. And I say this just so we can see the interactions. We can see, and this might be a volatile thing for black women though. I think that's why, I mean, I think there was a reality dating TV show set up like that, I believe. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's just sad reality. I feel for Aaliyah. Um, she didn't deserve that. I feel like she didn't get a real chance at love on Love Is Blind. She went onto the show looking for love, looking for a mate, and she was put into a love triangle, if you will, of craziness. Anyway, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and like, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.